Due to the likelihood of a fight between Haney and Lomachenko early in 2023, George Kambosos has spoken about the possible outcome of the fight. What did Kambosos say? Also, Bill Haney, the father and trainer of the current undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney, made several statements to the father of the former unified lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez Jr. regarding a possible fight between their two sons. What did Bill say? Watch this video to find out. First up, Devin Haney has hinted that he may step up to 140 to face Teofimo Lopez. The fact that Devin Haney appeared severely exhausted while making weight for his rematch with George Kambosos Jr. last October makes it evident that he will need to go up to 140 very soon in order to compete against opponents like Teofimo. If Haney defeats Vasyl Lomachenko next, he would likely face Shakur Stevenson, a battle that is unlikely he will prevail in. However, if Haney climbs up to 140, he may fight the psychologically flawed Teofimo and earn a substantial payout if he wins before taking on Regis Prograis, the former unified 135-pound champion. Teofimo, who has 17 wins, 1 loss, and 13 KOs, appears to be more appealing to Haney and his father Bill than Vasyl Lomachenko. It's obvious that Bill wants Teofimo for Devin to face next, rather than the 34-year-old Lomachenko after he went looking for Teofimo Sr. last Monday at a liquor store in Las Vegas that he purportedly frequents. Teofimo's future is currently in doubt as he prepares to take on Sandor Martin, 40-2 with 13 KOs, at Madison Square Garden in New York on December 10th via ESPN+. Former 4-division world champion Mikey Garcia was defeated by the Spaniard Sandor in a 10-round decision in October 2021, forcing Garcia into retirement. Since moving up to 140 last summer, Teofimo taking part in a second tune-up fight is not a good sign. Teofimo's promoters at Top Rank must have doubts about his ability to compete at light welterweight if Sandor is his opponent rather than a higher-ranked fighter like Arnold Barbosa, who has 27 wins, 0 losses, and 10 KOs, Jose Ramirez, who also has 27 wins, 1 loss, and 17 KOs, or Subriel Matias, who has 18 wins, 1 loss, and 18 KOs. Since we saw what Sandor, 29, did to Teofimo, some might argue that he is a better version of George Kambosos Jr. before getting exposed once more. 24-year-old Devin Haney must make the switch to light welterweight as soon as possible if he plans to remove Teofimo's scalp when he faced the unknown second-tier fighter Pedro Campa in his debut at 140 last August. Teofimo looked dreadful. Teofimo's defeat against Kambosos was not an anomaly, as evidenced by that match. Teo really is awful. Sandor Martin is a better fighter than Jose Pedraza, and he has the improper fighting style for Teo. Therefore, Top Rank might be mistaken in substituting him for the ill Jose Pedraza. What did Bill Haney, Devin Haney's trainer and father, tell Teofimo Lopez Sr. about a fight setup? Bill Haney, the father and trainer of Devin Haney, uploaded a video on social media in which he tells Teofimo Lopez Sr. that he wants to schedule a bout between Devin and Teofimo Jr. if they both succeed in their next fights. Bill warned that if Teofimo Sr. doesn't get in touch with him, he'll go hunting for him at the liquor store and gas station where he frequents. On December 10th on ESPN Plus at Madison Square Garden in New York, Teofimo, who has 17 wins, 1 loss, and 13 KOs, and is a former unified lightweight champion, will fight against Sandor Martin, who has 40 wins, 2 losses, and 13 KOs. It's way too early for Bill to be attempting to set up a battle between Teofimo and Haney, as mentally fragile as Teofimo appeared to be in his matches against George Kambosos Jr. and Pedro Campa. Sandor can disgrace Teofimo just as badly, if not worse than a constrained fighter like Kambosos was able to. Teofimo, 25, is predicted to prevail in that bout, but anything can happen. As George Kambosos Jr. did, Sandor is a skilled combatant who may discredit Teo. Devin Haney, the undisputed lightweight champion who has 29 wins, no losses, and 15 KOs, is now in negotiations to face Vasyl Lomachenko in a bout that will take place early in 2023. Bill Haney said that they were going to take care of business with Lomachenko, and Teofimo Jr. is going to take care of business with Sandor Martin, the man that defeated Mikey Garcia. He then said that they were going to make it happen, God willing, because they have heard of Teofimo Jr. talking trash about what he was going to do all over the city. He went on to say that once they have taken care of their business and Teofimo has taken care of his, he should let him know when it's on. If not, he will come looking for Teofimo around the gas station and the booze store where he frequently hangs out. When or if Haney takes on Lomachenko in a fight next year, it is not a given that he will win. It's also possible that he loses. What did George Kambosos say about Devin Haney and Lomachenko's possible fight? Vasyl Lomachenko, a previous 3-division world champion, will lose to Devin Haney for the undisputed lightweight title in 2023, according to George Kambosos Jr. In a brief diversion, Kambosos is actually being targeted by Shakur Stevenson. Stevenson for his next fight. Stevenson would prefer to face Pitbull Cruz or Zepeda, but Shakur is not sure whether either of them will accept to fight him. Shakur believes that Kambosos, who has 20 wins, 2 losses, and 10 KOs, will agree to match up with him in the near future out of desperation. In order to have another chance at a title, Kambosos, who has lost his 2 battles to Devin Haney, is forced to make a difficult decision that could endanger his career. Kambosos, a former unified lightweight champion, claims that Lomachenko, who has 17 wins, 2 losses, and 11 KOs, lacks the physique or, unexpectedly, the ring IQ necessary to defeat Haney, 29-0 with 15 KOs. Regarding a potential matchup between undefeated lightweight champion Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko in early 2023, George Kambosos Jr. told Fight Hype that he was not going to sit there and belittle Lomachenko. If Lomachenko is only concerned with the money he'll make from fighting Haney, that is his choice. Lomachenko should take the fight without a doubt, but if he does so because he believes he can win, he's likely deluding himself. Kambosos stated that Lomachenko is also a real champion. Devin is just simply too large, smart, and strong in his opinion, but boxing is great because of this, stated Kambosos. He believes that Devin is improving and will prevail in that match, but he also respects Lomachenko, and he still wants to grace the ring with him. He said that it will be similar to what Teofimo Lopez did to Lomachenko. If Haney stepped up to 147 and competed against opponents who were bigger, faster, and stronger than he was, such as Jaron Boots Ennis, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., and Virgil Ortiz Jr., he would face a similar situation. The difference is that Haney won't put himself in that position, since he must be aware that those opponents would destroy him and that his career would end after 4 or 5 fights. Haney wouldn't have a size advantage over any of those opponents, and at 147, he lacks the strength and chin necessary to compete against guys his size. As a result, he couldn't defeat any of them. He might be a weight bully, but he still gets away with it because he can compete in the 135 weight division. Kambosos stated that no matter what Lomachenko accomplishes or how he fared in his previous match against Jermaine Ortiz, which we saw was really subpar, he wants to be in the ring with him. Kambosos said that he still desires to grace the ring with Lomachenko and that it would be a fun fight, since fighting styles are what make fights. He then said that Lomachenko and Haney will put on a fantastic fight for the spectators, but Devin will be too much for him. Too quick, too sharp, too big, and too intelligent. Lomachenko defeats Kambosos despite being undersized for the 135-pound category, because he is simply better than Kambosos at his own game. Kambosos appeared to be a weak fighter in his 2 defeats to Haney, and he would have lost to Teofimo if the latter had the mental fortitude to overcome difficulties. The enormous physical advantage Haney has over the 34-year-old Lomachenko will be difficult for him to overcome, but when you add in his boxing prowess, it will be almost impossible. In his fights with Teofimo Lopez and Jermaine Ortiz, Lomachenko appeared small and weak. Those matches demonstrated that Vasyl Lomachenko is not suited for the 135-pound division and is better suited to compete at 126. Because fighters like Joe Cordina and Hector Luis Garcia would be too big for Lomachenko, even the 130 is too big for him. We have now come to the end of the video. Do you agree with Kambosos' prediction of the possible outcome of a fight between Haney and Lomachenko? Also, who do you think would win in a fight between Haney and Teofimo? Let us know in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.